Welcome back once again, all my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another super easy, super quick keto meal recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make 10-minute keto sesame steak strips. I love this recipe specifically because it is done in 10 minutes. I mean, who wants to go sit in a drive-thru line at 10 minutes when you can cook something nice and healthy and delicious in 10 minutes at your home, right? Right. So if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while we do all that, let's get cooking. Cut 1.5 to 2 pounds of top sirloin or the steak of your choice into strips that are about 2 inches long or your desired size. You can cut these into whatever size you want. Just make sure that each strip is roughly around the same thickness just so that you can get a good even cook. Place the steak strips in a large Ziploc bag or in a container that has a lid to it. Then set it aside for a minute. In a small bowl, combine 30 milliliters or around 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos or light soy sauce, 30 milliliters or around 2 tablespoons of olive oil or the oil of your choice, 15 milliliters or around 1 tablespoon of room temperature water, a half teaspoon of ground ginger, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of the granulated sweetener of your choice. This is just to balance out the saltiness of the soy sauce or the liquid aminos, whichever one you're using. So you can adjust this a little bit more, a little bit less. Whisk everything together until everything is fully combined. Carefully pour the marinade over the steak strips that are in your Ziploc bag or your container with your lid. Seal the bag or the container tightly. Then turn the bag or the container that you're using several times to fully coat the steak strips with the marinade. Then allow the steak to sit at room temperature for at least 20 minutes so that the marinade and all the flavors can really sit in good to the meat. Now you can marinate the steak for longer than 20 minutes. You can technically marinate it for up to overnight if you chose to. If you do choose to marinate it longer than 20 minutes, then you need to place it in the refrigerator. And then once you are ready to actually cook the steak, remove it from your refrigerator and let it sit at room temperature for at least 20 to 30 minutes before cooking. You always want to bring your meat up to room temperature before you cook it. That way you get a better even cook. Once your steak is done marinating, then place 30 milliliters or around 2 tablespoons of coconut oil or the oil of your choice in a large skillet over medium heat. Allow the skillet and the oil to preheat for about 2 to 3 minutes or just until the oil and the skillet are hot. While that's preheating, in a small bowl, combine 80 milliliters or around 1/3 cup of liquid aminos or light soy sauce, 30 milliliters or around 2 tablespoons of room temperature water, 8 milliliters or around a half tablespoon of olive oil or the oil of choice, a 1/4 teaspoon of keto hot sauce, 60 milliliters or around 1/4 cup of the broth of your choice. I prefer either beef or chicken broth, but you can use whatever flavor broth you want. That's all up to you. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined and then set the sauce aside for just a minute. Take your bag or your container that has your steak strips and your marinade and carefully pour the steak strips and the marinade into your preheated skillet. Then stir to combine everything together. Cook the steak over medium heat for about 2 minutes, then turn and cook the steak for another 1 to 2 minutes more or until the steak is mostly brown on all sides. Once the steak is mostly brown, it doesn't have to be 100% browned all the way around. There can still be a little bit of pink, but you want it mostly browned. Add a 14-ounce can of French-styled green beans that have been drained, or you can add any vegetable of your choice. If you're not a French-style green bean fan, you can use any vegetable you want. Just cut it up into small pieces or small strips, whatever vegetable you're using. Sprinkle in some salt and pepper to your taste. Go very light on the salt if you choose to use any at all, because remember, you've got liquid aminos or soy sauce, whichever one you're using. They both are salty in flavor. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined. Lightly sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Then again, stir everything together to fully combine everything. You can also adjust or change the seasonings here according to your personal taste. Take the bowl that has your sauce and carefully pour the sauce over the steak and vegetables. Then again, stir everything together so that the sauce fully coats all of the steak and the vegetables. Bring the mixture to a low boil. Once it comes to a low boil, sprinkle in about a half teaspoon of xanthan gum or cognac powder or any other keto thickener of your choice. This is going to help thicken up your sauce, so whatever is your keto thickener of choice, that's what you would add in. Then stir the thickener in until it is fully combined and fully dissolved into the mixture. Bring the mixture back to a low boil. Cover the skillet with the lid, reduce the heat to medium-low, and cook for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the sauce has slightly thickened. Once the sauce has slightly thickened, turn off the heat and remove the lid from the skillet. Then sprinkle in around 2 tablespoons or your desired amount of sesame seeds over the steak. You can serve the steak and vegetables just by themselves, or you can serve them over some keto rice or keto pasta substitute of your choice. All right, we got my steak and green beans and the marinating sauce all over it. Smells very, very, very good. Now I just have the steak and the green beans and the sauce. You can always put this over a rice substitute or a pasta substitute if you want to. I'm just leaving it as is. So let's see how this yummy thing tastes. That's good. Who's a mouthful? That's good. That's got a lot of nice flavor to it. Very good. And you can always change the seasonings out to whatever suits your fancy, however you want this to taste. You can be as creative as you want. Just know that it's yummy. You can eat this immediately. If you do have any leftovers, allow the leftovers to cool completely. Then store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 3 days. Or you can divide the leftovers into serving portions, place them in airtight freezer-safe containers, and freeze them for up to 1 month. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.